Most famous Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel quotes history. Nothing great in the world was accomplished without passion. We learn from history that we do not learn from history. To be independent of public opinion is the first formal condition of achieving anything great. Evil resides in the very gaze, which perceives evil all around itself. Only one man ever understood me, and he didn't understand me. Education is the art of making man ethical. The valor that struggles is better than the weakness that endures. The owl of Minerva begins its flight only with the coming of the dusk. To fair to worship, to divine to love. History is not the soil in which happiness grows. The periods of happiness in it are the blank pages of history. Art does not simply reveal God, it is one of the ways in which God reveals, and thus actualizes, himself. We may affirm absolutely that nothing great in the world has been accomplished without passion. World history is a court of judgment. The length of the journey has to be borne with, for every moment is necessary. What is reasonable is real, that which is real is reasonable. No man is a hero to his valet. This is not because the hero is not a hero, but because the valet is a valet. When we look at the world rationally, the world looks rationally back. War is progress, peace is stagnation. By nature man is not what he ought to be. Only through a transforming process does he arrive at truth. Thinking is, indeed, essentially the negation of that which is before us. Every consciousness pursues the death of the other. Art is the sensuous presentation of ideas. History teaches us that man learns nothing from history. Everything turns on grasping and expressing the true, not only as substance, but equally as subject. The Christian imagination thus produced nothing but an insipid legend. Should we not be concerned as to whether this fear of error is not just the error itself? Each consciousness seeks the death of the other. Commending myself to your kind memories, I wish you pleasant holidays. To be independent of public opinion is the first formal condition of achieving anything great. Propounding peace and love without practical or institutional engagement is delusion, not virtue. To be aware of limitations is already to be beyond them. The history of the world is none other than the progress of the consciousness of freedom. An idea is always a generalization, and generalization is a property of thinking. To generalize means to think. Truth is found neither in the thesis nor the antithesis, but in an emergent synthesis which reconciles the two. Reason is negative and dialectical, because it resolves the determinations of the understanding into nothing. If you want to love, you must serve. If you want freedom, you must die. History in general is therefore the development of spirit in time, as nature is the development of the idea is space. To make abstractions hold in reality is to destroy reality. Reading the morning newspaper is the realist's morning prayer. The state is the divine idea as it exists on earth. Science and knowledge, especially that of philosophy, came from the Arabs into the West. Once the children have come of age, they become recognized as persons. Impulses must be freed from the form of direct subjection to nature. To impose on others is hypocrisy, while to impose on oneself is a stage beyond hypocrisy. The philosopher must rid himself of all prejudices and preconceived opinions. The true meaning of philosophy is the reconciliation between knowledge and existence. Freedom is not something that can be granted or taken away, but a state of being. Man is not only a biological organism, but also a historical being. Nature is the external manifestation of God. The absolute idea is the unity of the theoretical and practical reason.